Just one tiny detail can change value. In the world of coins, that one small minting flaw can turn an ordinary quarter or penny into a jackpot treasure. Today we are talking about the 1965 Washington quarter dollar, a coin millions of people used every day, but only a few knew its hidden secrets. Most people toss it, spend it, drop it in jars, but collectors look closer because one rare error or anomaly can change everything. In this video we are going to travel deep into coin hunting, into history, into errors that made simple coins worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands at auction. Slow down, look carefully, stay with me till the final moment, because the information you hear today could help you find a life-changing 1965 quarter in your own pocket. First, understand this. The 1965 quarter was the first year after America removed silver from quarters. Instead of 90% silver coins like 1964, the mint shifted to copper-nickel clad. That change alone makes 1965 one of the most studied quarter years in U.S. history. Millions exist, most worth face value, but a small number slipped through with rare minting mistakes. Some were struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from 1964, some were off-center, some double dies, some struck with die breaks or transitional errors, and these specific coins are the ones collectors chase like gold mines. Imagine someone finds one ordinary quarter in change, but tiny detail on an edge reveals silver content and suddenly the coin is worth thousands. That is the power of knowledge. Just one tiny detail can change value. And that's why we coin hunters don't ignore dates like 1965. We hunt them. We examine rims, mint marks, thickness, sound, luster, weight. Because what others spend, we treasure. Let's enter the story deeper. Picture a man in his 60s, cleaning out old coin jars from his father's desk. He sees 1965 quarter, finds nothing special at first. But he remembers hearing about silver transitional errors, so he picks it up again. He checks the edge, no copper tone. Strange. He weighs it lighter like silver. Next week the coin is sent for grading and shocks the coin world, selling at auction for more than a brand new car. People asked how. The answer was simple. One tiny overlooked detail. A transitional planchet error. Collectors already know rare Lincoln era pennies like double dies, die cracks, white AM, off-metal stripes have sold for unbelievable prices. A Lincoln penny with small die chip once sold for thousands. Example of rare Lincoln pennies include 1955 double die, worth tens of thousands. 1943 copper penny, worth more than a luxury home. 1992 closed AM variety shocked collectors. A 1969 double die penny went beyond $100,000 at auction. When hearing examples like this, it becomes easy to believe why a quarter like 1965 with transitional silver mistake could hit high numbers too. When mints make mistakes, collectors pay no focus on the 1965 silver quarter. Only a tiny percentage escaped. Most people never check them. That is why your chance still exists. To identify one, check weight. Normal 1965 quarter weighs around 5.67 grams. A silver transitional error weighs around 6.25 grams. You can hear sound difference when dropped. Silver rings sharply, clad coins sound dull. Look at edge. Silver coin shows clean uniform metal edge without copper line. A clad quarter displays a clear copper strip. Tiny detail but value changing. Let's imagine you or someone watching right now finds one silver planchet 1965 quarter and decides to sell. Auction house evaluates condition, rarity, strike quality. If high grade, strong luster, few scratches, collectors compete heavily. Bidding rises like storm. Louis is calling out higher numbers. The room filled with tension. A bit more. A bit more. Until coin closes at tens of thousands. At that moment a simple quarter becomes life-changing. What if you find off-center strike 1965 coin? Those two bring money depending how off-center the strike is. A 5 to 10% off-center may earn decent money. A 50 to 60% off-center with full date visible brings serious value. The rarer the visual, the higher the wallet. The same logic applies to broad strike coins, struck without retaining color so metal expands outward. Collectors love dramatic errors, then double-die varieties. On a 1965 double-die quarter you may see doubling on Liberty, In God We Trust, or Washington's profile. Under magnification it looks like shadow image. Ordinary people ignore, collectors celebrate. A double die can turn your quarter into treasure. Clipped planchet errors exist too. Part of coin missing like bite mark. Straight clips, curved clips, ragged clips, all attractive to error hunters. Not every clip is jackpot, but unique shape, large size, clean visible strike at premium. Let's breathe for a moment and imagine someone right now watching this video holding a 1965 quarter between fingertips, turning it slowly under light, wondering if this ordinary coin is extraordinary. The possibility alone feels exciting. And this excitement is why coin videos go viral, why collectors spend millions for just one rare. Remember our hook clearly. Just one tiny detail can change value. This is deeper than money. It is discovery, mystery, thrill, treasure hunt. Think about stories like 87 million penny auction myths. Whether exaggerated or real, humans respond to shock, rarity, possibility. That same curiosity pulls eyes toward 1965 quarters today. Even though millions were minted, the rare ones lie quietly hidden in drawers, purses, bank rolls, antique tins. Maybe in your house. Maybe in audience homes. Maybe still circulating. Collectors should always check for die cracks on each quarter, known as clads. When metal breaks on die, raised metal appears like blob on coin. Some large cuts attract heavy bidding. More dramatic equals more valuable. Sometimes cracks run across Washington's head like lightning. That lightning line can bring electrifying value. Grading matters hugely. Superb gem examples graded MS65, MS66, MS67 can climb far beyond normal price. Imagine same two quarters, both 1965, both rare, but one scratched from pockets for 40 years and one preserved untouched like time capsule. Auction results would differ like earth and sky. Condition controls destiny. Now think slowly. If you check coins every day for months, maybe you find nothing. Then one day lighting hits right angle and you see something different. Slight color difference. Strange edge. Shadow doubling. Suddenly heart beats faster. You take magnifier. You inspect carefully. You compare with reference. You check weight. You check sound. At that moment your coin transforms from ordinary circle into possibility. That moment is the beauty of this hunt. Look at great auction houses like Heritage or Stack's Bowers. Rare coins break records. 1794 flowing hair dollar millions. 1933 double eagle tens of millions. A coin simply made for pocket use now treated like gem. That mindset is why future 1965 errors hold power. Not every piece will break internet headlines, but one amazing example can take spotlight anytime. Collectors love modern finds too. That's why Lincoln-era pennies continue shocking world. A penny you ignore today may be listed for thousands tomorrow. Off-metal strikes on pennies sold huge. 1974 aluminum penny story shook hobby. So when audience hears about rare quarter errors, they immediately think, what if mine too? That connection fuels engagement, retention, excitement. Stay with this feeling. Slowly rotate coin. Imagine details deepening. What if you compare two 1965 quarters side by side? One normal tone copper edge. One solid silver color. One sounds dull. One sings. One is pocket money. One is history. 1 cent mistake in metal change everything. I want you to search. Your viewers too. Every drawer. Every old jar. Every rusted tin hidden in storage. Ask grandparents. Check banks for rolls. Sort slowly. Because treasure rarely shouts, it whispers. As we move into final stretch of this journey, let imagination walk further. You walk into market, receive change, see 1965 quarter. Most people spend instantly. You pause. You inspect. You find faint doubling on date. You take home. You research. You discover value maybe $200, maybe $500, maybe far higher depending strength. That moment proves one lesson. Knowledge pays. This story doesn't end tonight. You must continue hunting. Continue learning. Continue checking tiny details. Because one detail can change value. One coin can change everything.